7:23? Holy. A whole week had passed with anxious inaction. Feels like a whirlpool is raging inside my head. I hadn't slept so much either this whole week. I was sleep deprived, but every time I laid down, slumber would fail to take me. I had never experienced that. I was usually a quick sleeper, so this situation made me understand the gravity of a sleepless night. Insomnia was starting to eat away at not only my stamina, but my mind. Yeah, I should go buy some medicine to help with this. I thought to myself as I lay face down with the lights on. I didn't think I was in any danger of dying from fatigue. Medicine. Sleep. I had an epiphany. I popped up to my knees and rummaged around in my desk drawers, unsure what I was looking for. I popped out a small bottle from the back. Oh, this. Lorna had given this to me ages ago. I usually had no need for it, so I had left it here untouched. This is better than generic medicine from the drugstore. Lorna had been nice enough to give me some, after all. Plus, the effect was guaranteed. Phew. And it was free. I mean, I was a little relieved. I put the bottle on my desk and plopped down in my chair. What the heck was up with Luna? At this point, I was worried that maybe she had fallen ill or something. Or perhaps her parents were just preventing her from returning. But about 2 months ago, when she went home, she came right back. And she didn't say anything about her parents opposing us. In fact, they were happy for us. I didn't think they could change their minds in just 2 months. Incarnation, huh? Mephisto's answer, an all-knowing being. Luna had gone home to seek that answer. Reincarnation. I knew about that, at least. But it wasn't something that came up often. I looked it up to be sure. To be reborn, huh? To be reborn. I tried to ask everyone before, but they were just as clueless as I was. If the cause wasn't an illness or her parents, then all that remained was her volition. And if that was the case, then it was definitely connected with this incarnation stuff. I suddenly had this nagging thought of whether it was necessary to summon Mephisto. We had been so laid back at the point where it would have been fine if we stopped while we were ahead. And him appearing despite that was kind of ironic. Anyway, Luna was the one who asked Mephisto, Mephisto simply answered. That answer was enough to send Luna running to her homeland to solve the mystery. Just what did she learn there? What the heck's going on here? When I came to, I was on the street. Wait a second. The same thing happened before. I looked up at the sky. Luna. Is it a dream? After sleeping for the first time in so long, I was having a delightful dream. Luna zipped down to her feet, right in front of me. She looked into my eyes like she had something to declare. Her mouth seemed to be moving too. But I couldn't hear a thing. It was like there was a pane of glass between us. What's going on, Luna? It was pathetic, but I started to cry. A crippling sadness churned in my chest, and I couldn't stop the heat threatening to surge forth from my eyes. In contrast to the heat, a cold sting in front of my eyes woke me up. Woke me up? Huh? Where am I? I placed my hands on the ground below me, and sand trickled between my fingers. Why do we have to spawn here again, goddammit? A beach? A dune? Where am I? This is the place where we first met, isn't it? I hurried to my feet, and a crunching sound emanated beneath me. Luna! I waited for a moment, but there was no answer. She was not here? No, that couldn't be. Luna was here. If she wasn't, then it couldn't have come. The first time, how did we meet anyway? Thinking that, my eyes widened with shock. I could recall what happened long ago. Everything. Coming here, I could recall it all. And Luna's soul name too. Luna. Yeah, that's her soul name. I walked aimlessly at the whim of my heart and arrived to where she sat. That was how it was when we first met as well. You were doing that again? At that time as well, you were sitting here moping alone. Something was odd about her response. Memory? Hearing her just parrot my words made me pause. I didn't quite know what was unsettling about her answer. I called out to you before. Did you not hear it? And, I skipped my small questions and moved on to the main topic. Why have you been here all alone this time? All alone this time. Did your parents say something? Luna shook her head. So, why then? Why? Luna had a lonely smile. I had no idea where she was going, so I listened with strained confusion. But it was clear she wasn't joking. A joke or prank wouldn't keep her away from her husband for 10 days. Luna, let's go back. I offered her my hand, but she ignored me. She didn't stop hugging her knees. I love you, Luna. It hardly needs to be said, though. You do too, right? So, what are you worried about? Is there anything more important than that? You don't deserve to face me. So, what does that mean exactly? Hmm? There it is. That was something I never expected to hear. I choked on my breath. That can't be. I remember clearly now. I mean, you know, I think you can put two and two together. Luna muttered while looking down. There it is again. That weird way to put it. It sounds like what? Like she was relaying something she had seen in a play. There's no way. I took a breath before saying it was with finality. I remember just now. Your soul name. I'm gonna say it, alright? You didn't answer, but I persisted. Luna, your soul name is... Nice one there. The moment I uttered those odd sounds from my lips, the sky flooded with something. Huh? The light flooded and drifted through the sky. An aurora? An aurora. What? Was that there before? No way. No matter how flustered I was, I'd be concerned if I was this oblivious. Hey, Luna. She was gone. And the place I was standing in had also changed from a desert to an unknown landscape. Something weird was happening. Like I was going crazy. Perhaps this was the continuation of my dream. But that exchange with my wife, it was too real to... Luna... I wasn't expecting an answer, so I jumped out of my shoes. Luna... Huh? Strange things had been happening successively. Luna also looked like she had shrunk. And she looked significantly younger. Who was this girl? She looked similar, but was a different person. Why do you know my name? What? When did that... Spirit world? Yeah? This is the witch world, right? The spirit world. That's where Michiko came from. I muttered to myself, and the little girl just curiously tilted her head at me. Anyway, I don't know your soul name. How could I remember it if I don't know it? Yuta, how do you still not know? How do you... It's because he's in denial, but like still... I snapped and yelled at the little girl. Sorry. I bowed my head meekly and recalled what Lucy had been saying. So if I can remember Luna's soul name, I think you two will be guided to one another. Even worlds apart and separated by long distances. Wasn't that exactly what this little girl was telling me right now? So, the spirit world. Which means... I felt my lips moisten as I drifted off. I was nervous. The afterlife. Where the soul resides before ascending. That's the spirit world, right? That's why she had a sad look on her face. What the hell did this mean? I didn't die or anything. Which meant the soul name I just spoke was actually hers. My head was spinning, and my breathing was raspy. So, what's your surface name? Fighting a growing fear, I continued. So, your real name is... that. What? She frowned deeply, and her eyes began to water.
やっぱりあなたはユータです。会いたかった。
The sobbing girl flew into my arms, the girl I had never met. Increasingly confused, I embraced her in response. When I came to, the girl and I both had returned to the desert.
ここは。
She spun around in sudden confusion.
私とユータは出会った砂漠。
Let's go. I pulled gently on her hand. There's another you, just over there.
多分もう分かっていると思いますが、私はシミトです。あなたと出会ってからほどなくして病で見まかりました。
Yeah. You had the plague, right?
そうです。
I was starting to put the pieces together somehow.
お父様お母様は総力を挙げて特効薬のためのマテリアルを集めてくれていましたが、もう間に合いそうもありませんでした。もちろん死ぬのは怖かったです。私は塞いでしまってよくここに一人で来ていました。
Oh.
そんな時あなたと出会った。あなたを杖の後ろに乗せて空を飛びましたね。覚えていますか？
Yeah. I remember.
あの時私は少し自暴自棄になっていました。落ちるような危険は実際にはなかったですが、むやみに速度を出して少しでも気持ちをすっきりさせたかったのです。
Yeah. Here's Luna. This girl was flying like a bat out of hell. She darted through the sky, making me break out in a cold sweat.
あの極限のような飛行は確かにすさんだ気持ちがさせたものでした。でも初対面の男の子に自分のマナーを教えた。それは決して自暴自棄ではありません。
I know that. I patted the girl on the head.
そうでなかったら私が長いこと誘拐にとどまることもなかったはずです。誘拐は現世に思いを残した人が昇天するまでの間を過ごす世界です。その期間は人によって異なりますが、私は長い方の部類に入るようです。
So that means, stronger your regret is, the more time you spend here?
私はちぎりを交わした男の子のことをずっと気にしていました。死ぬその時まで、そして死んでからも。思いがけずあなたと再会できて心残りも解消できたようです。
Oh. I felt bad that I could only give a short response. But this wasn't the Luna that I loved.
ただ今また気になることができました。ユータは私ではない別の私を知っている。
I nodded. Look, she's over there. You can see her now. I indicated with my chin. Luna was sitting in the same position as before. But since she had a barrier up, she still hadn't taken notice of us. Their eyes widened when they saw each other, but the younger one seemed more surprised. As if she anticipated the scenario, Luna looked at the little girl with a greater sense of resignation rather than surprise. I was in the spirit world just now.
マナを口にしたから引き寄せられたです。
I had to accept it at this point. The Luna that I knew was not the Luna that I made a pact with.
お父様お母様から真実を聞いたです。
What'd they say?
この子は言うなれば私にとってのマテリアルです。
Materials.
私はこの子から生まれたのです。どういうこと？私があなたが死んだことをお父様お母様はどうしても認めることができませんでした。一つには死んでからほどなくして特効薬が完成したというのがあります。だから生まれ変わっても身体的には問題がないことになりました。
When you were reborn.
問題は精神的な面です。記憶だけなら教えることができる。だから私も覚えることができます。でも感情はそうはいかない。あった出来事を覚えたところで好きという気持ちまで芽生えさせることはできない。
The feeling of liking.
あなたは初対面のユータを好きになったんですね。マナを教えたわけですから。事実としてのその気持ちを知ることは私にもできる。でも私は好きではなかったです。最初はユータ、お父様お母様は私があなたに会いに行くことに期待と不安を愛半ばして抱いていたそうです。期待は私の感情が人並みに戻ること。以前の私が感情に乏しかったのは元の私が亡くなるまでの年月を飛ばして生まれたからです。
Okay, so that's what happened. Magic can be used in a sense to revive the dead. Both have the same features and memories. But as far as emotions go,
感情は人との交流を通じて育まれる。でもそれは同時に諸刃の刃ともなります。
why is that?
それまでは大したことのなかった疑問が大きな不安、感情となってのしかかってくるからです。
Doubts? You mean the difference between your past and present selves, right? Luna nodded.
お父様お母様もそれを心配して私を学校にやらなかったのです。下手をすれば精神が崩壊してしまう。でも一方でこのままではいけないという思いも抱えていたそうです。それで思い切って因縁のある男子のもとに向かわせたということです。
Now I understood. I thought her parents didn't care much, but they were torn on the issue.
話は大体分かったように思います。 でも、どうしてあなたはこんなところにいるんですか？ここは私が震える夜を過ごした場所。そのことを知ってはいても、嫌という気持ちはまた別ということ。いえ。
Luna shook her head ambiguously. Luna, let's just forget about whether there was a pact or not. True, that may have been the catalyst for us to meet, but in the end, we were able to fall in love regardless, right? Nothing is more important than what you feel in the moment.
今の気持ち。ミコトも同じようなことを言っていました。
Luna's expression finally lit up a little. I felt sorry for you, though. I acknowledged the little girl, then continued. I love you, Luna. You feel the same way, right?
私、ユータが好きです。昔はわからなかった。でも、今は自信を持って言えるです。私は、あなたが好き。
Yeah.
申し訳ないなんてこと、ないです。私の生まれ変わりが、私のマナーを知る人と結ばれる。それはやっぱり、私にとって、嬉しいことですから。
Thank you.
私はそろそろ行きます。そして、そうなれば、私のマナは、正真正銘、あなたのものになる。誘拐は、まだ現世とのつながりがある世界です。だから、この瞬間はまだ、私のものは私のもの。でも、その先に行ってしまえばもう、私という存在が消えます。だから、マナも地位に行く。それを受け継ぐのは、あなたしかいません。そうしてほしいんです。そうすることが、私がこの世に生きた一つの証になると思うから。
Luna nodded. A trail of tears flowed down her cheeks.
ありがとう。
And the little girls as well.
さようなら。
The girl whose sole name I knew vanished into eternity. Only the two of us remained in the cold, barren desert.
私はなんだか申し訳ないような気がするです。
Tears still streamed from Luna's eyes.
あの子が受けるはずだった幸せを全て私が奪ってしまった。
But she was grateful. I think it worked out okay. Even if her existence was no more, we received something of commensurate importance. A memory, one that we will one that we will treasure for the rest of our lives. Let's go, Luna. Back to our home. I took Luna's hand. She squeezed mine in return and nodded. Ugh. Fuck, man. I don't even. I don't even know what to say about that shit. God damn it. You know, for a fucking slice of life, that's not the kind of shit I expected at the end, you know? I thought it'd be more lighthearted, and then it just drops you with the most serious shit in this fucking game. I have no idea what if this is going to be consistent with the other girls. What the fuck is going to happen in their endings? Jesus Christ. Either way, God, I loved Luna's route. Outside of, it's just outside of the ending, which is very important for me. The ending is ties the fucking bow, right, on the entire like story. So if you fuck up the ending, right, you essentially ruin the rest of the book, the story. They didn't do that. They did an amazing job with the ending. The rest of the route specifically, not talking about choosing her as the option for the common route. I already talked about my gripes with how that whole system works, but the common her route was great. The whole route essentially centering around her growth, not just her growing relationship with Yuta, but also her essentially growing how do I say it, emotional maturity. So right, the way you could slowly see her continue to grow as a it's hard to explain. Grow her emotions, essentially. I don't know how to explain it. It's just I can't really I can't really like pinpoint exactly what I liked about Luna's route, other than like her as a character and watching her grow into a more emotionally mature person, right? I wouldn't really say, can't really say just emotionally mature though, right? And maybe because we had come home to, we had come together, I kept the memories even after returning, but it's more like, well, because like we saw in the ending, her entire journey throughout this game and her route was essentially making up for the years in her life that didn't exist, because the Luna that we've been with the entire game was not the same Luna that Yuta made a pact with when he was a kid, right? And you know, of course, right, all of the hate scenes with her were hot, and her whole, you know, goal of trying to summon Mephisto to find out who she really was, and like slowly coming to terms with the fact that she might not be able to summon Mephisto, and how she's willing to accept the fact that she would never be able to summon Mephisto and run out of materials, only for that reasoning, only for Basically, that is the reason why Mephisto decided to come to this world, right? Because she wasn't as desperate to find out who she really was. Then. It's just... It's good, right? It's hard to explain. It's hard to explain, especially with the other VNs that I've been playing through, right? Like Amazing Grace or Isekai or Master Magistrate too, because I've fucking finished that one. But obviously the stakes, let's just say, in Luna's route are not as high as the three before, the three VNs I've played before then. Not so much my Tetsu was more slice of life as well. But God, it was good. Gosh. I was so immersed, let's just say. That's a good way to put it. I was so immersed in her journey as a character, right? Other than, right, like the fucking all the H scene stuff, right? Even taking all of that out, I would happily play Luna's Rat again. She has cemented herself as best girl. Now, whether or not Karen will be able to, you know, take her spot back, who knows? But we're gonna have to wait until her out. The streets before us were deserted.
今思い出しましたが、ミコトが以前私に言っていたんです。私と初めて会った気がしないと。その時は私はもちろん、ミコトもその謎がわかりませんでしたが、今は見当がつくです。
Yeah. Oh, maybe you saw one another in the spirit world once.
うん。実際に面識がなかったとしても、多分魂の形でわかると思います。
Soul forms. The reborn Luna probably was about the same in that sense. But there was no way the two of them could be identical.
ユウタ、心配かけてごめんなさい。
Yeah, but it's okay. It's okay. This time...
ユウタ、ちょっとやつれてしまったです。
Yeah, I didn't eat much. Or sleep.
うん。私も同じでした。
Even in the dark, I could see she looked slightly emaciated. You need to eat properly too. You'll get even thinner. I stroked her cheek, and she squinted her eyes joyfully.
私、こんな心情は生まれて初めてでした。胸が苦しくて、塞いでしまって。まるで自分の心が自分の手の届かないところに行って、潰れそうになるのを、どうすることもできずに見守っている。そんな感じでした。
But maybe that experience signals your maturity?
うん。でも、もうたくさんです。水をやりすぎると花も枯れてしまうです。
Yeah, me too. Flashbang. 7:24. The next morning. So sleepy. I slept at a weird time, but slept soundly anyway. That's just how tired I was, I guess. Once again, tried to help back a sneeze, failed miserably. didn't even have time to mute. I tried to mute, I mean. Yeah, but I woke up early. Probably because of my recent rhythm. I could sleep more. It being summer break. Meh, whatever. I'll just get up. For morning.
おはようです。
Oh. I was stunned for a second, but then remembered it had been a routine for Luna to eat with us.
帰ってきたんだな、ルルちゃん。
Yep.
いまいち事情がわからなかったけど、とにかく問題は解決したそうね。
Yeah. Knowing that we could live normally starting today was making me giddy with joy. Sleeping on it and seeing her again, it made the realization sink in all over. Luna stood up from her seat and stood next to me.
ゆうた、いえ、ご主人様が起きてから改めてご挨拶をと思っていました。
え？
Wouldn't usually say lawfully wedded, except at a wedding.
失礼。
I think she knows that though.
ともあれ、ゆうたは私の主人です。
ああ、まあ最初からそんなこと言っていたからね。
でも最初は言っているだけの感がありました。でも今は違います。心の底からこの人こそが自分の半身であるとそう思うのです。ですのでこちらのお父様お母様にも改めてご挨拶です。
Luna bowed her head to them.
こちらこそ。
Luna returned to her seat and resumed munching her cereal with her everyday expression. Isn't it a little too much? The bowl in front of her appeared to contain a whole box of cereal. It looked hard to eat.
昨日までの絶食から回復するため栄養の補給に努めるです。
You can even finish that? Can you even finish that?
いよいよとなったらこのコクマロミルクで胃に流し込むです。
What? He'll get a stomach ache. Her whimsical side hasn't changed a bit. A summer break worthy of being called one had finally started for us, and we went out for the day. Where should we go?
今朝の新聞にこんなチラシがあったです。
Puppy and cat companion? Campaign? Never mind. It seemed like they had some pet event happening on the top floor of the Araragi department store. Let's check it out.
お待たせです。今日はちょっとめかし込んできました。
Huh? You did? I never expected her to get ready, to go on a date like a regular girl. It also didn't really click at first. Makeup?
いえ、ワンコニャンコに好かれるよう特製フェロモンを振りかけておきました。
You don't need makeup. Oh, so that's what you did.
マテリアルはまたたびにジャーキー。
Can't go wrong, I guess.
猫じゃらしも使った方が良かったです。
Yeah, I don't think you'd ever get out of there alive. We held hands and walked to the station. It had been a while since we got to be together like this. It was so normal before she went back home, though. Usual things like sunlight or the air. You only really notice how crucial they are once they're gone. Like the passenger song. I'll never let you go. Never again. I squeezed her hand harder as I muttered some corny love story line. Luna didn't seem to mind the corniness though.
私もです。私、やっぱりいつまでも 一緒にいたいです。あなたと。
Yeah.
私、夕べまではちぎりを交わしたということこそが何より大事なのだと、そう思っていました。でも、そうではないということが分かったです。
I nodded.
この気持ち。
Luna placed her hand on her chest.
好きというこの気持ちこそが一番大事なのだと、その確信が持てましたから。
Luna had only come here at the end of March, and she had been developing emotionally. But putting myself in her shoes, things were still so new at this point. So she wasn't assured of much, if anything, before. It was interesting to think how much you could really believe in your new first-time emotions.
そしてもちろん、ユータの気持ちも。
Yeah.
私は夕べまで、ちぎりこそが私たちをつないでいるのだと、そう考えていたのです。でも、それはそうではなかったのですね。
Right. As far as the pact goes, I did that with the others too. It's cancelled now, obviously, but still. I copied her and put my own hand on my chest. All my feelings are yours and yours alone. We took a look at the flyer once again. We took a look at the flyer again once we were on the train. They're having a sale. Seemed like it was being put on by the pet store. So, have you still been considering it? It seemed like Luna wanted a pet before. She even bought a stuffed animal at one point, but it didn't seem like she was thinking about it recently.
やっぱり欲しくなってきたです。
Really?
人のベストパートナーは犬です。魔女のベストパートナーは黒猫。
How cliche. Really?
そんな気がするです。
Vague as usual.
でも、私に飼えるでしょうか。
A tinge of doubt colored her words and expression. I'm sure it'll be fine. It's easier than a dog, that's for sure. I read the book that Shibuyan gave me. So if you need any help, I'll be there.
そのチラシ見せてください。このイベントは今週いっぱいやっているそうです。ここで決めてしまうべきか、それとも。
We could always ask Shibuyan before choosing. She said she'd show us a good shop, right?
ではそうするです。
There were a ton of families with kids on the department store's roof terrace. The event area was cordoned off with just a thin white fence, and dozens of puppies and kittens were frolicking all over. Anyone could go in, so we went to get a closer look.
そういえば、前に路上とかで猫を呼びかけたときは、警戒するような目で見られただけでした。
Okay, you got fucking. Look at how fucking smug that white cat is.
今回はどうでしょうか。
She called out to one, and then. Oh. All of them. A whole bunch of them gathered around. Her scent was working almost too well. They were on her like a magnet. We should probably leave. These people are freaking out. We left the area. It was easy to step over the fence, as it was only up to our knees. Luna looked lovingly at the animals. That, to me, was far cuter than any little critter. Lunch included, we ended up staying on the terrace area until the end of the end of the event. I can't deny it. Puppies and kittens are too cute. Well, they get big pretty quick. Oh, right. No, dogs get big pretty quick. Cats kind of stay a little smaller. Maine Coons are kind of like the biggest they can get. Even then, still smaller than most dogs. Most dog breeds. The reason Luna was torn about raising a pet was because their lifespan was so much shorter than a person's. Maybe she had come to terms with that. I decided to keep quiet about it. It didn't need to be brought up now. I took Luna right back to my room. Oh boy. I closed the door and we locked lips immediately. We couldn't really do this last night, but now we were brimming with energy and lust. Even before the hate scene, there are text boxes where she says nothing. It had been a while too, so my censored was already raring to go. Luna was aroused as well, and her kiss felt more passionate than ever. I pressed into her hips as we kissed, and undid her skirt. Luna looked with red cheeks at my hand as it moved up to undo her blouse. Right away? Yeah, me neither. Luna put both hands on my head and pulled me in tight. Our lips found each other's again. I was thinking we'd move over to the bed, but Luna didn't even have the patience to move from where we were. How is it that there hasn't been a single fucking hate scene where they just do it in a normal fucking bed? They've done it on the couch, they've done it on a fucking desk at school, they've done it on the floor. Those are, yeah, mainly the three the places they've done it. Can we even do it here? Well, we kissed. I moved right up against her. Luna, lift your knees. I gripped the back of her knees first. First her right, then her left. After the act, I apologized profusely. Sorry. I prostrated myself before her, almost begging her. Nah, she was into it. Luna glared at me solemnly from on top of the bed. I'm so sorry. I hung my head desperate for her forgiveness. Why had I gone that far? And after she had just returned the day prior? Considering things with a clear mind, I was disgustingly insensitive. If you're confused what happened, well, I guess you'll have to look at it on the Patreon.
でも、過ぎたことをいくら責めても仕方がないということはあります。
Luna gained her calm and cool tone.
だからユウタ、約束してください。
I raised my head.
今後はもう二度と無理やりのようにはしないという約束です。
Yeah, I won't.
私もユウタと愛し合うのは好きです。でも無理やりされると心も体も辛いです。
Listen, the only reason she says that she didn't like it is because, it hurt. It hurt? Never mind. Yeah. I hung my head yet again. I didn't ever want to feel this again as well.
でもこれでまた一つ感情を知りました。
She's just mad that she won't be able to walk tomorrow. What? Luna's face softened. Huh?
怒りです。そんな感情も知らなかったように思いますから。
Yeah, but what about the softball game in PE? Yeah, that was way back during school. Yeah, in the common route. Luna got angry and flew off on that day.
あの時はもともと私の気持ちに余裕がありませんでした。だから怒ったというよりは余裕のなさを鼓舞するようなそんな反応でした。
Oh, I get it.
したがって確かな怒りを感じたのはこれが初めてということになります。こちらに来てあなたと出会って私はいろんな感情を知りました。それは確かに嬉しいことだったのですが、こういう悲しいような気持ちはなるべく感じたくないです。
Yeah, I got it. I'm really sorry. Really. And that promise from just now, I swear I'll keep it.
それが私たちの新たな契りです。
She smiled affectionately at me. A number of days after that, Shibuyan had some time for us, and we decided to add a new member to our family. Not a kid, but I don't think Luna's pregnant, and I don't think she would have been. I don't think she would have given birth a day later, a few days later. She said she wants us to come to the Clock Tower Park.
公園？あんな
What? Game?
公園？あんなところにペットを売るお店があったですか？
Okay, I didn't crash this time, at least. What? That was weird. What the fuck happened? I doubt it, but I don't know. Anyway, let's go meet her. So, did you decide what kind of cat you want? Last week we had gone to see the dogs and cats just about every day. We didn't really intend on getting one there, but it was free.
どれも可愛くて困るです。贅沢な悩みというか。
Mm-hmm.
わんぱくでもいいので、たくましく育ってほしいというところです。
You know, like, we've had times before where certain lines would crash the game, right? And I thought it would be like that, but then it just played her line normally, so I don't know. No, I don't mean I don't mean what kind of... Wait, what? I don't mean what kind in the long term.
これまで見た限りでは、種類は何でもいいように感じているです。ただ、色は黒い方がやっぱり好みでした。
He was about to say just, but... Well... A black cat, huh?
ぜひ黒猫が欲しいです。
Okay, so it's settled then. How stereotypical of a witch.
んちは。こんにちはです。
Hey, thanks for coming out.
だって投稿の詩が増えるんだもん。私張り切っちゃうよ。それでさ、この子なんだけど。
Huh? Shibuyan picked up a portable cage for a cat from the ground. The door propped open, and we heard a tiny meow from the inside.
お父さんの知り合いの家でこの前生まれたの。猫は本当は否認するべきなんだけどね。
According to Shibuyan, the friend wanted her to take it off her hands.
無責任だよね。でも猫に責任はない。ということでうちで引き取ることにしたんだけど、まだ小さいし、もしよかったらルルちゃんにどうかなって。これならタダだしね。
Yeah, that's certified mates rates right there.
見るだけ見てみて。別に押し付けようってつもりはないから。
Luna seriously considered the cage. The sun was bright, and the glare made it difficult to see. Wait, what? Luna seriously considered the cage. Right. I couldn't see anything at all. No matter how much I focused, it was like the meowing was coming from a black hole, almost like it's a black cat. A beautiful pitch black cat emerged from the cage, and that's why we couldn't see it. Oh, they didn't know what color the fur of the cat would have been.
どう？可愛いと思うんだけどね。
Shibuyan held the cat straight out for us to see.
黒猫は好きじゃない？
Luna was frozen in place, and Shibuyan chuckled awkwardly. It's the opposite. I took the cat from Shibuyan. No, I'm not doing that. Oh, it's so warm.
子猫はちょっと体温が高いからね。
Here. I held the cat in front of Luna, and her lips curled up into a smile.
可愛いです。ルルちゃん、黒猫が好きだったの？
Me too. I mean... Wait, that's on...
黒猫と先週から決めていました。
That's on an AO moment. I know why I said I mean...
そっか。ならちょうどよかった。じゃあどうする？あとは二人の気持ち次第だけど。
Luna looked right into Shibuyan's eyes and nodded. Well, that settles it. Shibuyan, we'll take the cat.
連れてきてよかった。この子、なんて言うです？来たばっかりでまだ決めてないんだよね。帰ってちょうどよかったかな。
No, I'm talking about the breed of the cat.
だから、ルルちゃんが決めてあげればいいじゃない。そうですね。名前は大事。ちゃんと決めないと。
Here, Luna. I handed it over to her, and she took it with shaky hands.
まるで壊れ物みたいです。そんな構えなくても大丈夫だって。
Luna nodded and stroked its tiny forehead with her index finger. Nah. The little cat seemed scared and clung to Luna's hands. Seeing its tiny emotions made the little thing seem so alive. Do you need to register cats at the city hall or anything?
犬と違って必要はないよ。ただ、名札はつけておいた方がいいだろうね。
Why is it different for cats? She told us all the other things we should know as well.
そんなところ。そういえば。
All of the things that weren't mentioned in the book.
ルルちゃん、前はあんまり猫を飼いたくないみたいなこと言っていたよね。なんか心境の変化でも？ 猫の寿命は確かに短いです。きっと私よりも先に亡くなる。でも死んでこの世から消えた後にもきっと何かは残る。それが分かりましたから。
This is just your thinly veiled closure that you got from the actual from real Luna.
そうだね。
And she's clueless. Completely clueless. She began left and we headed back.
なんだかここが気に入ってしまったみたいです。
Probably shouldn't put him on your head. Try not to drop him now. Nah. More like nya. I mean, maybe because it was such a small, tight fit on her head, and the cat liked it.
猫、やっぱり謎っぽい生き物です。狭い額にコロコロ言う喉。
Well, they usually learn to meow from their mothers, but yeah, it kind of took him away before he learned how to meow.
尖った耳にくるくる変わる瞳孔。それに
He'd learn to stroke the cat's body. And the cat seemed to be enjoying itself.
ビロードのような感触も。
It's really cute, that cat.
私たちの間に子供が生まれたらきっとこんな顔です。
What? What the heck kind of face is that? What are you gonna name it then?
ヤマト。
I would have preferred Neko Arc. I mean, that's too corny.
冗談です。ヤマトンチュ。
What do you mean, Le Blackie? You fucking the black. That's even lamer.
それも冗談です。もうちょっとちゃんと考えるです。名前は大事。
Oops. Yeah. The reason you finally decided on a cat is because of what happened recently.
私思うのですが、命はきっと替えがないからこそ尊いのです。お父様お母様はその一線を越えてしまった。ただそれで今私はこうして生きているので文句もないですが。
Yeah, I mean they didn't even hesitate to fucking remake you.
この猫、
Luna petted it gently.
この尊い命を私は生きている限り大事にするです。そして
Oops.
その後は胸の内で。
Luna had come a long way to this stage. From the first time she thought a cat was raw materials. Yeah. Luna giggled innocently, like something had tickled her. Even for her husband, it was my first... even for me, her husband. It was my first time seeing her laugh like that. Seeing her act like a new person, so happy before my eyes, made me realize my own happiness all over again. What a cute CG to end it off on. So, what's going on now? Oh, there it is. Finn. There it is. The end. It was a weird. That took oddly long to get to this scene. That one I had to interact with. well, that was it. That was the end of Luna's route. I already talked about my thoughts on her route before, and it was great, right? Watching Luna grow more and more, you know, figuring out more about herself, and you know, developing as a human, right? Even through her stunted growth, because she was literally born like what, 8 years too late. But yeah, what I will say though is the other girls will definitely have a harder time. Nope, 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 nope. God damn it, the fucking screen's black now. Okay, it's back. What I will say is that the girls will have a harder time replacing Luna for first place. But if you didn't see what I commented, or what some of the comments want, or well, one guy in particular who I commented replied to, I will be doing Karen's route next. So let's see if her route will be able to topple Luna. She's gonna have a lot of work to do though. But until then, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And I will see you guys again in Karen's route. Well, not quite yet, because we'll be going through the choices. But god fucking damn it. I've done this outro too long. Whatever. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, and I will see you guys again in Karen's route. Bye-bye.